I need to tell you about something absolutely insane that happened to me last night at Walmart. I still can't believe it happened, and honestly, I'm questioning my own sanity right now. I was doing some late night shopping, the usual kind of stuff. I lost track of time while browsing through the aisles when suddenly everything just stopped. The music cut out completely and the lights began to flicker above me. That familiar Walmart buzz was replaced with a heavy, suffocating silence. That's when the panic started creeping in. Every single exit was locked, even the emergency ones. I kept thinking to myself, is that even legal? But that was only the beginning of my nightmare. I heard at first a strange, wet clicking sound echoing through the store. It sounded like nothing I had ever heard before. Slow, deliberate, and almost like something breathing through its teeth. Then I saw it, a tall, hunched shadow moving between the aisles in sporting goods. My heart was pounding so hard, I could feel it shaking in my chest. I crouched behind a stack of bottled water trying to steady my breathing, and that's when I noticed something unusual. A large, battered metal door was tucked away behind the display. The surface was old, dented, and chipped in several places. There was no sign, no label, just this ominous slab of metal that seemed completely out of place. Against my better judgment, I reached out and opened it. The hinges screamed with a long, piercing squeal. The corridor behind it looked like something from a horror movie, narrow concrete walls, flickering fluorescent lights, and a bizarre metallic smell with a faint reptilian edge to it. The air felt colder and heavier the deeper I walked, until I reached another door at the end. Its surface was dripping with condensation and ice cold to the touch. Pushed it open slowly, and my brain struggled to process what I was seeing. The entire room was bathed in a pulsing green light. Rows of massive glass tanks stretched out before me, each one filled with thick, murky liquid. Inside those tanks were strange humanoid shapes suspended in the liquid, barely moving at all. Their distorted forms shifted slowly, almost like they were alive. I stepped closer to one of the tanks, and that's when a pale, scaled hand pressed against the glass. Its long fingers ended in black, curved nails. Its eyes snapped open, vertical pupils locking directly onto mine. And then, impossibly, it smiled. I stumbled backward into a metal table, sending several glass jars crashing to the floor. Contents inside them twisted my stomach, strange, preserved specimens floating in liquid. Scattered across the tabletop were diagrams of human bodies in different stages of transformation into reptilian hybrids. The clicking sound started again, but this time it was louder and coming from more than one direction. I turned toward the hallway, and they were standing there, several figures stepping out of the shadows. They looked human at first glance, but their movements were wrong. Every motion was too stiff, too deliberate, like something was controlling them. Their eyes caught the green light and reflected it like a predator's gaze. Beneath their clothes, I could clearly see patches of scales glistening under the light. One of them hissed in a language I didn't understand, sharp, rattling sounds that made my skin crawl. Another step forward, the skin on its neck rippling unnaturally, as though something alive was moving beneath it. I didn't wait to see what would happen next. I sprinted down the hallway, my footsteps echoing against the concrete. I ran past the bottled water, through the silent aisles, and toward any sign of escape. I don't even remember how I made it outside, only the rush of cold night air hitting my face. I didn't stop running until I was several blocks away from the store. The next morning, I went back to see if it was real. Everything looked perfectly normal. The bottled water display was in the same spot, but the metal door was gone. No dents, no chipped paint, nothing unusual at all. Just smooth, unbroken wall like it had never existed. I know what I saw that night. I swear I'll never forget the sound of that clicking, because last night I heard it again, coming from inside my house.